okay, but we're not. Okay. Oh, we're recording, so this is going to go out to Patreon, but whatever. Let Kyle in. There he is.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going, Kyle?
I'm pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good. Does anyone here watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I have in the
No.
past.
Okay. Boy, I've already given you enough TV show recommendations, Katie. I feel like, what was the other? This Is Us and then The Wire I gave you.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, I'm having some issues. I can't see. It's like a tiny crap.
That's what she
I'm gonna
said.
quit. This is
Okay,
all
well,
right.
what
I
is it
gotta
you're
leave
trying
and
to
come
see?
back.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
No worries. All right, Kyle.
Which dog is that with you, Katie?
She's gone. She's disappeared.
Oh, shit.
She's going to rejoin. Oh, she's dead. I'm done with you guys. I'm never coming back.
Fired.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Oh, that's fine, of course. Do you see the movie screen, the Eagle sign there and everything?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything you guys want to just quickly discuss? Let's just roll right into it. Okay, so my goal is, like we did last time, worked out pretty well, where we did, because we had to reset the clock after 40 minutes, but I don't want to, if we're if we're in a great, incredible discussion and we have to do it again, we do it again. But 2 40-minute blocks, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Mhm.
And well, let's roll into it. Cue the music. I can't wait to find the Creed song.
Oh, oh man.
I'm sorry. For me, as could put this way, I'm the one that has to edit the show every episode. And I genuinely look forward to when I go do the edit to find the most recent terrible Creed cover. So that's something I enjoy. If it's just for me, I apologize to all of our listeners, but it's my enjoyment finding the worst and newest Creed cover of Arms Wide Open.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoy seeking that out.
And I get a little bit of joy knowing that it's causing suffering to people. There's a little part of me that enjoys that. Okay, well, let's just roll right into our mailbag. We didn't get a lot of emails. I think we only got one, but we also have. Did you get that email, Katie?
I did.
Okay, so we have one email, but we also got a couple reviews and a couple comments on our Patreon and our Facebook page that I thought were worth reading. So we'll do those as well because I consider that kind of like mail-ish. But again, if you want to send us an email, send the email to gtdwithrr@gmail.com. And if people are wondering what that stands for, when we created the email, had I known we were going to be the show that we were going to be, I might have changed the address, but it was just short for Going the Distance with Ryan and Ruben. That's what it's short for. So gtdwithrr@gmail.com. All right, Katie, what do we have there?
All right, this is from the other Greg. We have an email from the other Greg to Ryan. It says, Ryan, hope you're all doing well. Can't believe September is underway. You and Katie and Kyle did a great job on episode 6. Thanks as always. 2 quick comments. 1, what was Rocky thinking about at the gravesite when he suddenly drifted off and thought reading the newspaper? At that very moment, you can hear Adonis's theme music begin to play in the background score. In the following scene, he's walking to Mighty Mix, presumably to seek out Adonis. Seems like Coogler was trying to tell us definitively that Rocky was thinking of Adonis.
Yeah, I think Kyle was pretty convinced that he was thinking of Adonis at that moment.
So I don't even remember.
Well, we weren't too sure. I mean, because we talked about how it was from that moment he left. Because we made the question to ourselves in that episode where we said, what was he thinking? You know, he seemed kind of content. He was reminiscing about something. And of course, his next chain of events was actually to go to the gym. And he was still holding the same newspaper that he had at the gravesite. And I think, Kyle, you made the comment, like, he must have known he was going to talk to Adonis. Like, why else would he have gone to the gym?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So the other Greg agrees that he was thinking of Adonis.
Yep.
Okay.
Second comment is towards the end of the pod, you were all thinking about Adonis's lack of deference towards Rocky. He's kind of gruff at the restaurant. And as you pointed out, he wasn't terribly effusive when Rocky indicated he would be willing to train him. I used to think this was just Adonis's personality, tough exterior, defensive, chip on his shoulder, etc. But thanks to your observations, I think there's more to it. Adonis is conflicted. On one hand, Rocky is a legend, and he also became Apollo's friend. On the other hand, Rocky was in Apollo's corner when he died at the hands of Drago, overtly covered in Creed 2. But even more confusing, Rocky dethroned his dad. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Rocky beat his dad. Rocky, in quotes, his lungs punched out, as Polly would say. Rocky beat his dad like a side of beef, ended his career, and promulgated a midlife crisis that thrust him into the ring with Drago in the first instance. Thus, from Donnie's perspective, it could be that Rocky was doubly responsible for Apollo's death. In this sense, Donnie seeks a surrogate father relationship from a man who is at least indirectly responsible for Adonis not having a father. This is good stuff. Adonis is angry. You guys are great. Thanks again. The other Greg.
What's that jangling sound? Who's jangling?
Oh my God. Let me close the door.
I know. I thought maybe you were worried.
The dog?
Can you guys hear that? I apologize. The one dog is not in her crate because she's been kenneled a lot today.
Sure.
So she's ringing the bell.
Aww.
Like she wants to go back outside. She just came from outside.
I don't want to put you on the spot. I thought maybe you were wearing bracelets, like the 1970s bracelets. They had those rings, those rings.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna
Dude, go take care of it. That's fine. Don't worry about it. No pressure. Right. No worries.
Okay.
So Kyle, what regarding that email though, Kyle? Like, what are your thoughts about Adonis maybe having all those thoughts about Rocky kind of being responsible for everything? I don't know. It's a good point that Adonis would have known all that history about Rocky's involvement with not throwing the towel and all that stuff. Did he have any animosity really towards Rocky, or did he just not like his father?
Well, if we go back to the bar scene or the restaurant scene, sorry, I think it was in this film, if I'm not mistaken. But
it's okay if it wasn't.
Adonis was saying maybe he died doing what he wanted to do. Because is it this film that Rocky was like, I think your dad would want to be here with you?
Yeah, he did. That was when he first met him at the diner,
the restaurant.
Yeah. Okay. So that implies to me at least that Adonis isn't really blaming him for that fight, or you know what I mean? Like I think Adonis was at least saying like he died doing what he wanted to do. So that tells me that he's probably not blaming Rocky too much for Apollo's death there. But then it's like I don't know if Marie would have spoken positively about Rocky in the home all those years. And I do agree with the point about Rocky dethroning Apollo. Like, do you see Adonis fighting Apollo, or not Adonis? Sorry, we see Apollo fighting Rocky, and Adonis watching that on YouTube. Right. So he's trying to emulate his dad, presumably, and Rocky's the enemy there. So I could see some conflict. So yeah, I think it's a weird mix of admiration and also seeing him as the enemy in some sense. Like I definitely agree he's conflicted. I might not agree on all the details.
I think conflicted is probably the most accurate. Yeah, Katie.
Well, I agree that there's conflict with his emotions around that he respects Rocky because he is a legend, but that he's also upset or like pissed off that he was indirectly responsible for his death, even though he wasn't, but it appears that way. But the thing that the other Greg brings up here, in addition to that, is this whole that Rocky beat his dad. And I didn't really see that because there was no relationship there. Like, I don't know. I didn't really see, meaning no relationship between Apollo and Adonis. Right. And so like why he didn't, I'm not sure I'm not sold on the fact that Adonis has any type of feeling about Rocky dethroning his father that he never met. But what do you think?
Well, Yeah, I think we'll never really know quite the answer because Adonis never really shares his feelings about. Did he ever share his feelings about Rocky, his thoughts on Rocky, in general.
No, not really.
Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting avenue they never really explored. There's never like there could have been a 3-minute conversation where they could have said, Rocky, I admit before I met you I was nervous because you're the one that did this to my dad or so. Like it would have been kind of interesting to have a little bit of a dialogue about what Adonis is. He's meeting the guy that did all the things we're talking about, but we never know what Adonis feels on the matter. He just knows he calls him Unc.
I want to just delve into something for a second there.
Of course.
We all know from the film in Rocky IV that Rocky could have thrown the towel and ended it, presumably.
Sure.
But is that known to the wider public? Like, I know people know that a manager can do that. And Tony wanted him to, obviously.
I guess it was on film. If that fight was filmed and on TV, or maybe it wasn't.
But you're saying
they would have filmed the two fighters fighting, but they wouldn't necessarily film the corner where Tony's like, throw the damn towel. What do you do? I wonder if that's like something that came up in the press or was something that was publicly known, saying like, Rocky, why didn't you throw the towel?
Yeah.
Or is that something just the film audience knows?
Well, why did the guy stop the fight?
Because refs in Rocky don't stop fights ever. That like doesn't exist in the Rocky universe.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Like, if anybody's responsible, it's the referee for not stopping it. Is it Lou Filippo? No, I don't. I don't think so. It was in Russia. I think.
No. The first fight.
Yeah, I don't remember who.
I think it was Lou Filippo in the ring, and that guy doesn't stop fights.
Yeah, you're right. I forget. I'm confusing the fights now. It wasn't in Russia.
The referee in Russia, I think, was a better referee than the one in America.
Then that's a reminder. The referee in the Clubber Lang fight, the first one where Rocky lost, he plays the Russian referee in the fourth film.
Oh.
I think I mentioned that back in the third season, but it's not really Russian at all.
Good catch.
You might have. Was there anything else with that email?
Nope, that was it.
Thank you, other Greg.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Greg the First, he's kind of been radio silent. I hope everything's okay. I know sometimes he likes to binge the show, like he'll let a few episodes pack up a little bit, so maybe he's doing that, or we've lost him as a listener, which is that's probably the more likely reason. No, but usually he's pretty good about emailing, which no pressure, Greg the First. It's just we understand it, but I do enjoy his insights, and I just say that whenever I think of the other Greg, I always think of the Greg the First. And I just think it's nice when we hear from both of them. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually, before you go into the other two, or those pictures I sent you, those screen captures, Katie, I do want to read something kind of from your world, if you're okay. It's from our actual Libsyn site, the site that hosts the show. People can leave comments on there. I forget to check there sometimes because I just don't go there very often to check comments. But people left comments on the 2 episodes that you were on because it was your family. It was so cute.
Oh, they did? I don't even think I saw that. Oh, no.
So this is from Marcia. Am I saying it right, Marcia?
That's my mom.
Oh, it's adorable. So Marcia said, you don't mind reading this?
No, go ahead.
She says, Katie is my least favorite daughter. Whoa, that's terrible. Why was she...
I love your mom already. She's the best.
The kid.
Marcia's like, I don't see the kid. Where's the kid? Oh, she's doing that stupid podcast.
Okay.
No, she goes, no, I'm just joking. She didn't say that. What she did say is...
I wish she did, though. That'd be the best.
No, what Marcia did say is, why can't my daughter get a husband and some children like her other sisters? No, she didn't say that either. Okay.
No, she didn't say that. I know she didn't say that.
Oh, that's adorable. Okay. All joking aside, okay, poor Marcia. She's going to hate me. Okay. This is what she said. She goes, interesting perspectives from both of you. This is from our first episode together. Makes me want to watch the movie again and critique your responses. Haha, nice job. So there you
nice.
go. So she wants to watch the movies and kind of well, that's great. We want people to, whether it's the mother or whoever, our listeners, absolutely. We get that in our emails. People do challenge what we say, and we love that. We're not experts, and we don't have the final say. We're just better than everybody. That's all. Megan says, Megan.
That's my sister.
Yeah, she goes, excellent, Katie. I need to go rewatch all of these movies now. I don't know anyone else who knows Stallone movies like the back of their hand. Oh, so I have to move your guys' pictures here. Sorry, there we go. I don't know anyone else who knows Stallone movies like the back of their hand, though I freaking love him and his movies. So, is she saying that she doesn't know anyone like us, or just anyone in general that knows the movies?
I think she was just like making a point, like we know a lot about them, and she doesn't know anybody else that knows this much about. Like it's that we're
pathetic. It's okay.
It was positive, but also like you guys are
we're nerds. Okay, and Stephanie chimed in.
That's my other sister.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my whole family did.
Yeah, it's adorable. I like it. I wanted to do this, so I didn't want you to read this. I wanted to read this. So Stephanie goes, heck yeah. Adorable. I have so many things to say, but definitely a creed. Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah. She goes, a creed with the previous two comments. She's talking about Megan and Marsha. She goes, Katie, you rocked it. This felt so natural and comfortable, and Katie finally has a Rocky outlet beyond our minimal knowledge. Though I still get goosebumps and or warm fuzzies just watching certain parts of any Rocky movie. And also, have to chime in about This Is Us, because it's my favorite, even just to watch Justin Hartley, Kate. Oh, yeah. Everyone loves, he's a very handsome man. Mm-hmm. She goes, love your conversation about all the steps. Definitely a Sly thing. This was fun. Proud of you, sis. So there you go.
Aw.
That was for episode...
What a nice family.
That's very nice. Sweet. Yeah,
I don't think all my families listen to the podcast. I mean, my mom has, but that's what it.
My mom, I know. Actually, I know Kyle's mom has. My mom does. My mom listens to every episode, but she's the only one. But she's the only one. I have 3 brothers, and they don't listen. Even my brother, who hosted the show with me, doesn't listen to the show. He doesn't. He doesn't.
I don't know.
Katie, do you just have the 2 sisters, or do you have any brothers as well?
No brothers, just the 2 sisters. Yeah.
That's cool. And one last comment from your sister. Oh, sorry. Who's Stephanie? Did I mention Stephanie?
Yeah.
Already? Okay, sorry. Stephanie,
yeah.
She mentioned again on your second episode with Kyle now, episode 6 of The Creed. She said that great job, sis. Enjoyed listening to all 3 of you. You're all inspiring me to rewatch. I'm on the 3rd movie. Also, I think the cute glasses are... Sorry, she goes, I also think the glasses are cute in Rocky Part 2 when he's reading, I guess, on the bed.
Oh, she's not talking about my glasses?
Oh, maybe not. Or maybe she is.
She's not mentioning those.
No.
I'm just going to assume she's talking about my glasses.
Oh.
No, we talked about Sly's glasses. That's what
he
it's
does
about.
actually wear glasses when he has to take notes for Gazzo.
I kind of
forgot about
one,
that. Yeah.
Well, and also in Creed, he wears glasses. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it from the comments on our Lipson page, which I should check more often. But that was your family chiming. I thought that was sweet, so I wanted to give them a shout out to the Guyland-Kirkins showing up. So thank you, Guyland-Kirkins.
Listen to you pronouncing it.
Guyland-Kirkins.
You guys are pronouncing it like you're part of the family.
Well, is that like German or Dutch or what is that?
It's very German.
German. Okay, cool.
All right. Well, we'll make sure we stay out of politics. Just out of poor Germans. It's like what? Oh, you're from the moment everyone thinks of Germany, they think of the one thing: David Hasselhoff.
The Germans are coming.
No, David Hasselhoff. Best thing to ever come out of Germany. Okay. Let's go into the next little snippets there that I sent you, if you don't mind.
Yes. So I think this is from Twitter, from Cameron Jackson. He says, just finished watching.
That's from Patreon, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Apologies then.
No, that's fine.
Okay. So he says, just finished watching the show. Another great episode. Enjoyed the dynamic with everyone, and Katie has fitted in so quickly. Does not feel like only her second show. Well done. Look forward to the next one. Ding, ding. Was from Cameron Jackson.
One of our Patreons. Thank you, Cameron. He's one of the few. Well, actually, we have more than a few, but he's one of the ones that enjoy watching this feed that we're doing now, the actual live video and everything. He watches the whole thing. He loves it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. The next
one of the good ones.
One of the good ones, Cameron.
Yes. I don't think I've seen a message from him before, but anyways. Okay, so the next one is from Luis Mazzo. I really enjoyed the uncensored and unedited aspect of the Patreon video feed, probably because I'm a degenerate hardcore Rocky fan like the hosts. LOL. We're often on the same wavelength about whatever the next scene is, so I literally laugh out loud seeing the facial expressions. Katie is already awesome and is certainly up to par with Ryan and Kyle on the Rocky knowledge and tidbits. Makes me want to get another shot at being on an episode and getting in on the fun. Keep punching mofos.
What does that mean, mofo?
Mother.
No, I was just joking. I was just joking.
Oh.
Come on, Katie, say it. Really, say it.
Do you?
Have you not heard? Yeah, Kyle. Trust me. I think Kyle's even dropped the C-bomb before on here. I'm not sure. I think.
I don't think I've dropped the C-bomb on an episode, but I did drop the C-bomb on an after episode chat once.
Maybe that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Which I made sure to send to your mom. Okay, and
yes, yeah, she's a real cunt anyway.
Oh wow.
My mom's cool. She'd be fine.
I know. She's so sweet. I love your mom. She's sweet. Okay, and we did get one iTunes review, and I hesitated having this one read out because in this iTunes review, the one that you have there, Katie, this individual mentions me. I don't know. He mentions my name like 3 times. It almost sounds creepy. I don't know what his obsession is about saying my name in particular, but I want to be known. It still reflects the show. I don't know why he keeps saying Ryan 3 times. Did you get that?
Well, you're the main host. Yeah,
No, but it's. I know, but anyways, I felt.
Come on, Ryan! Just accept the fact that he might like you more than us. It's fine.
I think he might. Honestly, this is my theory. I think he's referring to because we shared the feed with the other podcasts. I think he might just be saying that he listens to that show. That's what he's referring to, I think. But go ahead and say.
I think so too. Okay, so I actually don't know the name. It's initials or some letters.
Yeah, so give him the shout out all the same. It's fine.
Okay, so it's hard to see. Sorry. Okay, it's TFIJCJY. That's
Weird.
Who this is from.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-star review, which is awesome. So it says, what I really value about Ryan's Going the Distance podcasts is his brutal honesty rather than lazily riding along with the cliches. Examples: affirming Rocky V where needed, admitting that fun metal or pop music has its contextual value. In all honesty, Ryan's podcast is the definitive go-to place for everything Stallone. Ryan's the most proactive and prolific podcaster of Stallone out there. Wicked sense of self-deprecating humor, very entertaining and engaging. What a great review. Also, what are we betting that he's from Boston?
No, he's not.
No?
He's from Australia.
Oh.
Wait, why are we betting he's from Boston?
Yeah,
Wicked, the use of the
term. Wicked. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's from Australia. That was from the Australian iTunes. So, yeah, thank you, XYTGK4392. There. All right. So yeah, send us an iTunes review if you want it read out. We do appreciate those. We really do. And I've said it before. If you can't donate on Patreon, or if you don't want to follow us on Twitter, which is coming up next, we got a funny story with that. And just writing us a quick little review. Actually, any podcaster out there knows it means a lot because it just kind of people actually kind of care. It's nice to hear the feedback, and it's free and it makes us feel good. Twitter though is kind of interesting. Kyle, I don't think yeah.
I'm sorry. I gotta deal with something real quick. Can I step out for just
of course.
Just chat for a second.
So it won't really matter because Kyle didn't get any new listeners, so that was quick. Or any new followers. Sorry, but it's interesting. You got 2 new ones that I can tell there, Katie.
Goodness.
You had a fake Sylvester Stallone account follow you.
Yeah.
But that person unfollowed you.
Uh-huh.
Did you?
I didn't do anything. I think maybe that person was hoping that I would engage in some way. I didn't.
Good, because you're no fool. You're not an idiot.
No, I'm not.
And I hate to say it, but you are female, and you might get those types of people. Trust me. Believe it or not, your face goes out there, And people do. It's weird, even though it's a silly little dumb podcast. You might get the odd kind of weird fan stuff. I get it. I've had to block people, even as a guy. It happens. So a little forewarning.
Have you had to block both men and women?
Yes, I've had to block. There's been girls and boys that I've had to block. I've actually, but one of my biggest fans is, I'll give him a shout out. He's my gay brother, Miguel. He's 47, Texan. He's great. He's got a husband and like 4 or 5 kids, and he's great. Yeah, he's great.
I think he mentioned recently. I feel like I saw a comment that he's from Denver. Both he and his husband. I think
they spent some time there, but they might live or he lives there now. Or he's from Texas and went to Denver. One or the other. Yeah.
Yeah, they may not live in Denver, but they're from Denver. Is what it sounded like.
But you got a new follower, and I was so excited when I saw this name. This has to be a listener of the show because we talked about our love for Milo Ventimiglia.
Who is it?
I don't know, but it's a fake account.
I didn't even see that. Okay.
So maybe it's the real one.
Yeah.
I need to keep up. Gosh dang it. Now you have my, now that would really get my hopes up because he's like my new favorite person.
Well, I think this person must listen to the show because the fact that he followed you after that episode where we gushed about Milo, a Milo account gets created and follows you. Okay.
I'm saying it's the actual Milo.
With 4 followers? Yeah, probably.
Now,
well, he's not that popular.
Okay, so I have hope still because he's not married.
Okay, well, I'd be very careful with this guy. Now, it says here...
No, not that guy.
Oh,
the real Milo, Ryan, is not married.
It's not going to just happen on its own. You got to get out there and talk to him, maybe stalk him a bit, threaten him.
Maybe we should try and get him on the show.
Oh, man.
That's a great idea. Man. I feel like Ryan just tried to get everyone on the show that could be on the show.
Yeah, I've reached out to Milo's camp. He has an email. I was able to find it. No, nothing. I could try again, but look, he's a big actor. Who am I? I'm nobody.
Right. Yeah, he's a big actor.
He is a big actor. And I don't even want to talk to Michael B. Jordan, but anyway. No, it's not true. I'm just joking. But honestly, though, it was funny. Someone actually had an interview with Michael B. Jordan recently, and it was like a printed interview or whatever. And I saw the questions, like, it's so frustrating. I'm not blowing my own horn, but people who have listened to my interviews, I give pretty good interviews. And I see this guy give his interview, like it was an audio interview, but it was done in print. And I was like, oh my gosh, these questions are so like, ugh. It's just, I don't know. It bugs me that the guy who's probably seen Creed once, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an actual fan.
Yeah.
Anyways, but good for that person. Yeah, good. So we got 10 minutes. I'm just going to put my timer on for 9 minutes. So sorry, guys. I should have had that ready to go. But that was quick. We might have to. I'm having fun. That's the problem. Okay. All right. So the last new follow that you have, Kate, is Henry Talks About. He does a podcast called Henry Talks About. And he's a really great podcaster, really good guy. I'll give him a quick plug since he's following you. Follow his podcast called Henry Talks About. However, he just announced that he's changing the show up a little bit, but you can listen to that last episode on that feed where he explains where you can find him in the future. Really sweet guy. I think he's actually from Germany, or he lives in Germany right now, so he's another good thing coming out of Germany. But he speaks like 5 languages. He's from like Venezuela, one of those guys. He's like a Renaissance guy, plays instruments and all this stuff. And his podcast is really good because it talks about, he's a one-man show, 30-minute episodes, and he just talks about nice things, about how to be a better person and stuff. He's a good guy, great guy. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, we need more of that in the world.
Yeah, I've told him I've actually guested on his podcast a couple times. He interviewed me for his show, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard that, go check out Henry Talks About. Just search for Ryan Balkan, and I'll pop up. And yeah, it's probably the best interview he ever did. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. Okay. Well, that's it. Anything guys want to talk about before we roll into the movie? Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. So we'll just take the next 8 minutes. We'll talk a little bit here. So we have a scene here of outside. We have the Eagles banner over a little bridgeway here. It's a street scene, and it's going to deal with Bianca and Adonis coming up.
One sec. Could we stop here for a second? I really like this shot here.
Yeah.
And I think this shot, I believe this was in a trailer or something for this film as well. But I just feel like this is such a Philadelphia kind of shot. Like I think that's just a perfect summation of Philadelphia right there. Like Philadelphia is a very working class, blue collar city, and like they're known for their row
Do you mean
houses and
that?
stuff, and
Like that right
like
there, Kyle? This
yeah,
shot
this
right
shot
here?
right here.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
And you have eagles kind of painted on this overpass. Like it's a very like post-industrial kind of city. Like whoever took this shot, I think did a really good job of kind of getting like the feel of Philadelphia in this film.
Agreed.
Hey.
Yo.
What's up? Is it cool?
Yeah.
Smells good in here.
So he actually asks right there. He knocks on Bianca's door, and she opens it, and he's about to walk in, but he asks, "Is it cool?" So he's asking permission to enter her apartment.
Consent is sexy.
That's right.
I don't even know what fighters drink. Did you drink tea?
Yeah, tea's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
So this is the house.
This is it.
What you working on?
Uh,
Hey.
Okay, so he's checking out the apartment. She's giving him a little quick tour, and now we cut to a little scene here of her on a xylophone. Is that what that's called?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And she's tinkering away at it. You can hear that, and I guess they're gonna like jam together, a little impromptu jam.
Well, this shows his confidence, I think. Like you have to be pretty confident to like, start singing. Like you just went in this person's home. This is an unfamiliar environment to you. You naturally would be quite nervous. And she starts playing this and you start jamming. Like that shows confidence, which I think like is very in line with his character. I think
Sure.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, he's confident. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I'd say. Yeah. Yeah. My name is Ryan. I wouldn't be able to do it. I run a podcast about Rocky. Now we're doing Creed. I started with my brother, but he's been freed.
The freestyle that he does is actually really cute. Like,
let's not ruin it by me.
Yeah.
No, okay, I got one.
Yeah.
I'm in the army, but I'm not killing. I'm on my podcast. I'm just chilling.
You guys are way more confident than me. I wouldn't dare.
Yeah. No. It's not. No. We're not more confident. We're just stupid. We're like, we're making fools of ourselves. I assure you, I have no ability. I have no artistic ability whatsoever. Okay, let's check out what.
I disagree.
What Michael B drops on us here.
Hey. It's your boy Don A. From LA to Philly. Philly, the home of the cheesesteaks. Oh, I want a cheesesteak. I'm so hungry. Hungry for the title. I settle for a cheesecake. Cheesecake, the cake that you make, the cake that you got. Where the beat go?
oh, sorry.
Okay, it's interesting watching that.
Oof.
I have a theory. That, and we'll end it after this theory. We'll continue because we got 3 minutes. I have a theory that they were rolling, of course. In a lot of movies, they do like kind of improv and just I think that was a genuine. That wasn't scripted. That was Michael B. having fun with Tessa Thompson. But they're okay, guys. The director's probably okay. This is the scene. It's just what we saw, and that was they probably did 10 or 12 different versions of something because it looked like I hate to say it, but that was a genuine laugh.
Totally.
It was a real laugh. And that was actual Michael B. Jordan kind of being Michael B. and not Adonis. So it was more of them as people because I hate to say they were more likable in that scene than anything we've seen so far because I think they were being genuine with each other on screen. Yeah. And that was a real chemistry because that was just them being friends on being filmed. So kind of a neat little life and art and life. But that was, I think we're seeing the real emotions between the two humans and not the characters.
I think if you can, the more personally, I know nothing about filmmaking, but I think the more real type of stuff you can have in the film, the better. Mm-hmm. Like, why act and you can just do it for real? Then it'll never appear fake if it's like genuinely happened that way.
Yeah, your theory is valid because that was one of the cutest things And it's in the middle of an awkward sandwich moment otherwise. Like when he first comes in and and she says like, I don't even know what fighters drink. Like what is that? That's very clearly like a scripted line and a terrible one.
Yeah.
And then
we drink blood. What else?
like you drink tea? Like who doesn't? Or, like, sure.
Right.
I don't know. It's just weird. And then after this, you can tell it goes right back into the scripted awkward. And it's not like cute date awkward. It's like, I find it awkward as a viewer than like when they like lay down on the floor and listen to music.
Okay. Yeah. No, I know. I agree with you. I know what you're saying. Let's see if we could I got 2 minutes left. We'll see what we can play here for 2 minutes.
Let's check you out.
So he's listening to her music. Is that what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a so they're lying on the floor like you're saying there, Katie, and it's a very scripted moment of like lying on the floor.
You wouldn't do that with someone you don't know very well.
No,
I don't think. Like lying on the carpet like that. Like, that's just weird.
Yeah, I mean, and it just set it up for them to like kiss. I mean, it was just I don't know. I didn't like it. But clearly, their first date was not as successful as Rocky and Adrian's. No. If this was his first time at her apartment.
Although he never technically sexually assaulted her.
He's like, hey, can you do me a favor? Yeah, what's that, Adonis? Can you take your hearing aids off? Yeah.
Oh my god. I would love that.
You look so much better. Can you do me?
I always knew you was pretty.
Can you do me another favor? Yeah, what's that, Adonis? Can you turn off your stupid music? It's killing the mood.
Oh, that would be awesome.
All right, we'll pause it there, guys. I'll send you the re-invite. Sorry to do this.
Okay.
So just leave if I don't do it fast enough here. Oh, let me just pause this. Welcome back. Hey, Patreon guys, you're the best. Thanks for watching. You guys are amazing. We're just waiting for them to rejoin. Maybe I shouldn't have hit record so quickly. Oh, there they are. So you're enjoying being on the show, Katie?
I am, very much so.
Okay.
It's fun. Hopefully people don't get sick of me. Yeah.
If they haven't gotten sick of me, I hope you never get tired of me. All right.
That's great.
All right. The gang is all back. Kyle's connected. Okay. So let's continue this date here, or this line on the floor scene. So yeah, he kisses her on the cheek. She accepts it. Blah, blah, blah. Do you think he busted her there or no?
No.
You don't think so?
I say yes. No, I gotta say no. I gotta say it's possible, but probably not.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's talked about. Okay, so now we have a shot of outside Mighty Mix Gym again, so let's go to that.
I like that. Very good. Keep that balance going. Way to go. Donnie, get up.
All right, so we're back to training. Donnie's hitting the heavy bag with Rocky. And, of course, Pete, he's working with his son in the ring, but he's looking at their training, not even paying attention to his son.
Evil eye.
Yeah, stink eye for sure.
This must be such a weird mystery to him. We talked about this before, but
yeah,
like,
it's a good point. Bring it up.
Well, it's like he knows Rocky. He's been trying to get him to work with his son, and now he's working with this random guy out of nowhere. So
Yeah.
He probably feels snubbed, right? I'd feel snubbed if I were him. I'd totally feel. I'd be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing here? Why is this happening?" I'd be trying to check things out.
But we talked about it as well that his son is already the light heavyweight champion in this area. Like he's already he's succeeded. He's great, 17-0.
Is he the light heavyweight in that area
or somewhere? I forget what the poster says. We did mention it. He's a light heavyweight champion.
I think he was like Golden Gloves. He's not like the actual title holder for the light heavyweight.
Yeah, I don't think.
But that's what the poster said. But either way, he's 17-0. He's doing well. So whatever the dad is doing, it's working. Like, but I guess he's looking at Rocky as a celebrity ticket.
Because Adonis, when he eventually fights Conlon, that's for the light heavyweight title. So I think that's ultimately his goal, to get his son up to that place. And having Rocky in his corner from a publicity standpoint would be huge. I think people would be more willing to take that on or take interest in his son. And also it's like Rocky's a proven champion, so he, presumably knows the tricks of the trade, right? So any little advantage you can get.
Yeah. It's not going to hurt to have Rocky in the corner. Okay.
Also, we see Rocky getting really winded here. Like he has to sit down, work in the heavy bag.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So he was holding the heavy bag.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that.
And he goes to grab the stool. Okay, let's watch that.
You gotta keep moving. It's tough, but you gotta do it. You gotta be in tough.
It's looking good, champ.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Hey, Hollywood, what you weigh right now?
I don't know, probably like 180.
Why?
Oh, okay. So Pete's looking over, and of course he gives the Rocky, yeah, he's looking good there, champ. At least he gives Rocky the courtesy calling him champ. At least he does that decorum.
Yeah, and the reason he's asking the weight is the weight limit for light heavyweight's 175.
Okay.
That's the division his son's in.
Yeah. So he's probably thinking, if I can't make a name off of having Rocky in my corner, maybe I'll make a name off fighting his protege in the ring.
Yeah, because his looking good comment probably isn't genuine, of course. Right?
Rocky knows it, and he I mean, I don't think I've seen him move so fast in this movie other than just now when he like jerks his head over when he's like, hey, when Pete says, hey, Hollywood, what do you weigh? And then Rocky's like, oh shit. Like, don't.
Yeah, he sees that. Oh, sorry, Katie.
Yeah, no, that's it. Rocky's just the perpetual protector.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he goes in protection mode. He goes, why? Mm-hmm. It was actually kind of a curt why. It was, why are you asking? It was, why? Yeah, it was like, he doesn't like Pete. I told you.
Yeah, and he sees that from a mile away, right? Like, he's been in the business long enough that he knows that Pete's not asking that out of sheer curiosity.
No.
Get down to $1.75. We'll make something happen. If you're interested.
Hell yeah, I'm interested.
No, I do the talking. Okay, you do the fight.
Okay, so Adonis is itching to make his name known. He wants to fight. He wants to prove himself. And but it is Rocky's job as manager. He just said he told Donnie, you do the fighting, I'll do the talking, and that's his job as manager and trainer, is to protect his client.
Yeah. The way Pete speaks reminds me of someone. I don't know, another actor or just like.
It might be like mob movies or something.
Maybe.
Kind of has that Italian, like, hey, let me tell you something type of.
Yeah, I mentioned that one of our last episodes.
Did.
But just that I like that clipped. He could have been on the Sopranos type of I eat my spaghetti and you come into my restaurant. He could have done that. Yeah, he's great. The actor that plays Pete, he's doing a great job.
He is, agreed.
So, and that's you have to have a good actor play a real dick, and he's doing a great job of it.
175. That's your boy's weight. How you doing, Leo?
What's up, Rock?
Yeah.
Could use a fight to keep warm.
Warm.
I'm not gonna lie to you. People will come out to see you in the corner again, champ. We'll make it like the old days. Get the whole city there. Make a few bucks for everybody, huh?
No, I understand that, but I'm just getting used to this kid right now. And, he's getting better every day, but it's gonna take a while.
He's hungry. You gotta feed him every now and again. You know that.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it, Chef. We'll be okay. Thanks.
Think about it.
I'll think about it.
So, yeah, he makes some good points. I like that. He's hungry. You got to feed him every now and then. That's a great line.
It is a good line. And then he says, calls him chef.
Oh, I missed that. Okay, yeah. That's good. Yeah, and so is Rocky? He's not totally turned off on it right now, is he? Or is he? I mean, he said I'll think about it, but it doesn't even seem like he's that appalled by the idea.
That's the same I'll think about it that he gives when he wants him to train Leo. Like, I don't think he's interested at all in this.
Yeah, he always wants to go slower than the fighters want to go, which makes sense. I mean, that's his job, and it's a fighter's job to push. Yeah, I mean, he ran into that trouble with Tommy Gunn, too.
Yeah, I wonder. It's too bad, because I'm a total nerd for the Rocky series. I really wish they. I love when they throw out a little bit of nuggets, at the past. Like, even if he said to Adonis, "Look, it would have been kind of cool if because Adonis is probably going to challenge him here. I forget if he does or doesn't, but we're going to find out. But it would be interesting if Adonis does challenge him and say, "Look, why are you so worried? I want to do this. I'm ready for this, whatever." And Rocky says, "Look, I trained someone just like you, and you might remember." Even if he says, like, you might remember, Tommy Gunn was a champion because Tommy Gunn was the champion in the Rocky universe. Adonis should know this. And it would have been interesting if Rocky could say, look, you might have read in the papers or in the history books or Google or whatever today that I trained a fighter and it didn't go well for me. That's why I hesitated going with you, because I didn't want to get hurt or hurt another fighter again. It would have been
they really missed that opportunity.
They did, and I think that's a great, it would have taken 30 seconds, and the fans like us would have geeked out. Oh, they mentioned Tommy Gunn. They mentioned Rocky 5. That Rocky 5 is now forever canon, no matter how much people hate it. It was mentioned in frickin' Creed. We can't eliminate... Because I hate it when people say, I just pretend Rocky 5 never existed. I don't know how people can say that, because why did he end up in the neighborhood? Yeah, I don't know.
No, it was... I agree with you. It was good. But I do think part of the reason they didn't is because Sly himself doesn't like it. He's said that in interviews that he doesn't really like Rocky 5. So he probably didn't want to remind people about Rocky 5.
Oh, it's so frustrating with this, but that's how you fix it. That's how you retcon it. That's how you fix it.
True.
Is by making it relevant in the current films.
Yeah.
Acknowledge it. That despite the execution maybe of the film, the events happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
Rock, what we training for?
I was right. He does fight right away. He gets into Rocky.
He's right at, yeah.
What are we training for?
Yeah, what are we training for? We're training to win, not get killed, okay? You're not ready yet.
I can lose 5 pounds. You lose 5 pounds like that. It's nothing. It's easy.
Hit the back. Come on. This kid, he's like a tough Philadelphia fighter. I ain't never even seen you battle before. Yeah.
So in this conversation now, they're outside the street. They've done their training, but they've resumed talking about why he's hesitant about letting Adonis fight. What's his name again?
Leo Sparino.
Thank you. Anything you guys want to say before we continue the dialogue here?
I just think Rocky's right. He's absolutely right. Now, of course I know what's going to happen in the fight, but just pretending like I don't. Adonis is a novice fighter. Leo has much more experience. I would have a couple tune-up fights first to see where we're at. Sure. Instead of jumping into the deep end here. I would do things just like the way Rocky wants to do it.
It's like someone tells you can't do something or you shouldn't do something, especially if you have Adonis's personality. It just makes you want to do it more. And he does have a point. What do we fight? From his perspective, he's like, this is what I'm fighting for. I want to get this a chance, but he doesn't have the wherewithal to realize that he's not ready.
He's hungry. He's young.
Yeah.
And young people always know more than their elders. That's the way it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw from the Delphi gym that he's willing to fight anybody. Now, to be fair, that one guy he knocked out easy was pretty high ranked in the light heavyweight division, possibly higher ranked than Leo was. I can't recall. They did show both of their stats and they said where they were ranked. I don't remember offhand, but he was pretty high up. So from that point of view, you know, Adonis might be in their league on a sheer talent basis, but you know, still.
But Rocky wasn't there at Delphi Gym.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, that's why Adonis would have that confidence, right?
Of course.
He got like beat up and embarrassed by like, you know, one of the number one guys, but then like Leo's not quite there yet, so maybe he thinks he has some room.
But I've been watching him, and I'm pretty sure he catch my fade.
What's a fade?
I can take him out.
Oh, okay.
All right, listen. Let me make you an offer that you can't refuse.
You crazy?
No, I'm serious, man. Look, you take the match.
Right.
All right? I got 6 weeks to get in shape. 6 weeks, I'll do whatever it takes. And at the end of the 6 weeks, you don't think it's right, call it off.
Really?
Look, this is what I'm here for. All right? I'll go 24/7 with this shit. Matter of fact, we can go get my stuff right now.
For what?
So I can move it to your spot. Start training camp. Old school, remember?
No one's been in my house in a long time.
Okay, so lots going on here. Sorry, we just played it for a little bit there. So they're walking and talking, and he does a Marlon Brando impersonation from the. Speaking of mafia movies, he does the Godfather impersonation. Not a bad one. Not a bad one.
I thought it was great. I loved that.
It was cute.
He puts his tongue in the side of his mouth. Of course, you guys have watched The Godfather, I presume.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Marlon Brando, that's what he did. He actually put cotton rolls in his mouth. Correct. That's what he did to make his mouth look at the jowls like that. He actually had cotton in his mouth to force him to talk that way. Little nerdism. Welcome to the Godfather podcast. Anyways, I love those movies.
I do too. The second one's my favorite by far.
Yeah, because De Niro's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a young, handsome De Niro.
A young, very handsome, yes.
And then he's so now Adonis is basically mentioned he's gonna. Did I hear that right? He wants to move in with Rocky.
Yes, but also Rocky's like, give me my goddamn ball back. Like, did you see him? I loved that. But it was actually like a really cool scene where Adonis grabs the ball, like the black bouncy ball. Rocky's bouncing it, and Adonis just like grabs it really quick, and Rocky looks down at it like, what the? Give me that back. That's my ball. Like a kid would almost.
Adonis has major boundary issues. Like, he really forces himself on people, not just Rocky, but especially Rocky. Like, he grabs the ball there. He's like, I want to move it. Like, first, he really strong arms him into training. Then he strong arms him into taking this match. And then out of nowhere, he's like, I'm going to move into your house.
I haven't really thought about it like that before, Kyle. But yeah, like, who says that? Who invites themselves to move into your house? No one.
I'll tell you who, and it just dawned on me who Adonis is right now. What his character is portraying. The Paulie character.
Oh.
Remember when Paulie put his arm around Rocky when he was drunk before the interview in the meat factory? He'd been all goofy with Rocky before a big offer like that. That's Adonis there.
Exposure.
Yes. And that was Adonis putting his arm around Rocky. They're kind of being silly, but then literally taking the ball, being goofy, throwing, like, because Paulie was unpredictable. And Adonis is kind of unpredictable. He's goofy, but then he's serious, and then he's this, he's that. He is Paulie. And that might be why Rocky is kind of drawn to the Adonis character, because he reminds him of Paulie.
And he moves into Paulie's room.
Wow, Ryan, you're on a roll this episode, man.
Yeah.
I never thought of that, but I totally agree.
I know. Your brain is working at high capacity.
Well, that's why the reviewer on iTunes, he says that Ryan.
Prolific was even the word used.
Maybe I wrote that iTunes review.
Oh, it was just a bunch of letters.
Ryan is just so handsome, too. All the ladies love Ryan.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, let's continue.
I don't think you'd be comfortable there.
Don't you walking around naked?
No.
We're good then.
So that's a great comedic moment. And this is now in the film where we're really starting to embrace Adonis a little bit more and more. His likability factor is on the rise. I think this is where he kind of won me over. He's being fun and goofy with Rocky. He's breaking through Rocky's kind of like old madness, making him feel a little bit young again. Because he pokes fun at Rocky. He says, "What do you walk around naked?" And he's like, "No." But I love that. That's the question. Like, has Rocky ever in his life been asked, "Do you walk nude in your home?"
And his response is perfect. Like the way he delivers the no is totally Rocky. I love it.
That said, old men love being naked.
Is that a fact? How do you know this, Kyle?
Because you probably don't know this, but if you go into a men's change room, old guys love to get in a circle and talk naked.
It's weird.
I've heard the same thing of women too, actually, older women.
Really?
I've heard that. I don't know. Like, I haven't had cameras set up in women's dressing rooms in a long time, but
I always thought it was just like Europeans. Like if you go to a beach that's like clothing or tops optional, it's always like old European.
Yeah.
They make like the people who you don't necessarily want to see, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I don't know. I've noticed that in change rooms, the old guys love to talk to each other naked.
It's weird.
Okay.
I hate peeing next to people at urinals, and I hate it when guys.
That would be weird.
It is weird because here's the thing that I hate it when guys don't care, when they act so great about it. Like, okay, like to me, it's like, you understand we're just urinating. Like, actually, I'm urinating. It's not so much just about the idea that I'm pulling out my junk, right? Literally, like I put my elbow out, I'm touching you. That's how close we are to peeing to another individual, and there's no divider. It's just the urinal casing dividing.
That's so strange.
And it should
Ryan,
be. Listen, let me get through this.
When I lived in England,
let me get through
this. It was
a
trough.
I've peed in a trough at sports games or whatever. It's so gross. Yeah, it's so gross because, and I hate it when it's like, it's not a man thing. It's like nothing to do with the size of the junk, or it's the idea is that I'm still exposing myself to your peripheral vision, and urinating next to you. We have like, there's no reason why this should ever be like, this is just normal to do. And I've always envied women who, by the nature of how they pee, they get the toilet seat. It's like, oh, too bad. I guess I'm just gonna pee in private with the door closed. But men,
Ryan, because you could wuss out and go in the stall.
Couldn't you just go in the stall? Yeah, I was just gonna say you could just go in the stall.
I'm telling you that I do. I close the door, and sometimes, but here's this stigma because I work in the military and the Navy and stuff, and so
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stigma.
Like,
so what I do is
doing that?
So what I do is I'll sometimes pretend to take a number 2 just so I can pee in private.
Katie, the stigma is guys who go in the stall to pee are presumed to have small penises.
Oh, I don't think it's that. Yeah. I don't think it's that. It might be. Maybe. They wouldn't be wrong, but the idea
either that or just you're like,
I just don't enjoy peeing.
Not confident. Yeah.
But that's the thing is I don't you can label it whatever you want. That's actually
I'm not saying that that's the case.
But I'm saying, for me,
Strange.
Ryan, it's just, I find it odd. Actually, here's the thing. I actually don't want to eat a sandwich right next to your cheek. How's that sound? It's the same idea. It's like we're this close to each other. I don't want to have you eating your sandwich right next to my face. So if I don't want to have you eating a sandwich right next to me, why do I want to pull up my junk and urinate next to you? It's just, you're too close for this activity. That's all.
Well, I guess that's what you guys get for always having shorter lines. I don't know why that is, but there's always way shorter lines for the men's room.
Because we don't have to dab. We don't have to dab. Quick. We don't have to dab when we're done.
Yeah, you just it's like you don't have to take off your pants, sit down, do this, do that. You just like walk up to something, whip it out, piss, shake it off, leave, and then go. Like, it's way faster.
I peed. Sorry, TMI. But I peed next to a guy today at work. It happened today. It's just why it's fresh in my mind. It happened today at work. I peed next to a guy. He had a full-on conversation with me. He was just.
Oh, that's fucked. You do not talk to someone at the urinal.
He had a full-on conversation. He's a co-worker, and he's just carried on the conversation we were having in the office. We carried on at the urinal, and he shook his thing like there was like he was trying to get honey off of it. He was like. I'm not kidding. He was like, what? I mean, it was like, what's the old say? 2 shakes, you're getting clean, but after 3, you're just playing with it. And he was just like,
yes.
Oh, that's funny.
So
Katie's
I was like,
learning a lot about male urination here.
I very much am. And please tell me that you all wash your hands.
No, I just washed my penis in the sink.
No, but I like hearing this business makes me think that a lot of men don't wash their hands afterward.
Especially this COVID thing at the base that I work at, we work with recruits and it's very COVID like strict there. Yes, everyone, if you didn't wash your hands, you could actually probably be in the military situation we're in right now, you could probably get in a lot of trouble. So legitimately, it's like, yes, everyone's washing their hands. You don't want to be the person that doesn't get, I hate to say the shame factor, but yeah, everyone washes their hands at least. Yeah. In my experience at work right now. Yeah.
Well, it depends too. Like I know guys who do the like rinse it underwater for like 2 seconds to show people they're kind of washing their hands. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
all right.
Back to Rocky now.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Hey, like I said before, if people just wanted their own commentary on the film, just watch the film and talk to yourself, and you get to hear what you want to hear. We bring a little bit of fun, I think. All right, here we go.
You better not walk around naked either.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
There you go. That's a good comeback. Like, yay, you better not walk around naked. True.
So do you guys think that Adonis like kind of forcing this on Rocky is him just being his pushy self, or maybe it's a combination? Like, do you think that he kind of knows, like he's trying to like help Rocky and like he knows he doesn't have anyone, and so he's trying to kind of take care of him a little bit too, or
they both don't have anyone. They're both alone, really. Other than he's making
Bianca.
Yeah, he does have Bianca. It's a new relationship, but maybe he recognizes the loneliness in Rocky that he kind of experiences himself as being an outsider and not really having any, or maybe not belonging or find a sense of self. Maybe he does all those things, and then they're just their love of boxing and their shared past with the dead father and Rocky's past with us. There's a lot of connections here, so it really take your pick, maybe.
I disagree. I have a different angle on this.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to put myself in Adonis's shoes. I personally find Bianca pretty attractive. And he's now kind of with her. They've kissed, maybe more.
There was coitus.
He lives in the same building.
It's coitus.
Which means he could bang very easily now. He could just walk downstairs or she can walk upstairs. It's right there. It's almost like a life of comfort or something. He's trying to prove to Rocky that he's dedicated. He's going to leave this area, which is like advantageous, right? Like that's the place you want to be. If you're just hooking up with someone and they live right down there, unless you think they're going to unless you have commitment issues or something, that's kind of where you want to be at. And he's going to leave that to live with this old guy. I think he's showing Rocky that I'm totally dedicated to fighting. That's what I'm doing now.
That's good.
Because he was like, I'm 24/7 with this shit. That's what he said. I think that's what he's doing. He's trying to prove it to him.
Does he know about the woman weakened legs? Did Adonis see Rocky Part 1?
Did Adonis see Rocky 1?
Is that possible? I don't understand how this movie works. do the Rocky films, are they in Adonis's world? No, I guess not. Okay. All right. Little mixture of the Creed and Rocky theme put together.
Hey.
So what we have now is we have Adonis unloading or loading his van or getting ready to load his van, and Bianca's at the apartment that we're talking about, looking out the window, seeing Adonis, and yells out, "Hey!" So see what she says.
Wouldn't that be weird though? Just pointing out, you just presumably starting a relationship with this guy,
yeah,
and now he's moving out of your building. We're wondering, like, what's happening?
Yeah, like, did I do something? Yeah, your music is too loud. Also, you have a terrible outfit on.
You don't like
something
it.
better on.
Kyle, I wanted to mention when you said, and I don't think this was on me, but you said personally, you said I find Tessa Thompson attractive. I find her attractive too. I'm not a fan of her music. I just want to make that clear to our listeners too that of course she's an attractive woman. Adonis,
she's pretty.
Michael B. Jordan is a handsome man.
I'm just saying that because I'm not presuming that everyone else finds her.
Well, no matter the actor or person, there's always going to be people that don't find somebody attractive. I've done the game with fellow coworkers when we're at sea. Do you find this celebrity attractive? And people say no. I'm like, how could you not find XYZ attractive? People just have their tastes, right? But no, she's a beautiful woman. Absolutely, she's a beautiful woman. She's just a terrible singing artist. Her character.
Moving?
Yeah, today's been crazy. I ain't get a chance to tell you, but I'm gonna be living with my uncle for a while, training for the next fight.
That's your uncle? He's white.
Yeah, a long time.
That's great. That's your uncle. He's white. Now, I will say that's not very progressive and that's not very woke of Bianca because I actually have a friend that I work with. He is and I apologize if Sean, if you're listening to this episode, because I know you listen sometimes. I forget his background now. I think East Indian maybe, and some other. He's a bit of a mix, but his dad is full on Caucasian. But he like his biological dad is full on Caucasian, and his mother is not. So he's half Caucasian, but sometimes the half Caucasian, half whatever not Caucasian race can usually the non-Caucasian race seems to override. It's not very often that they're more white than they are black or Asian or East Indian. So anyways, he's in that camp. So he does not look like there's any white in him or any Caucasian. So to be, I don't want to say that I'm woke, but Bianca, you're assuming that Adonis doesn't have a white father or a white.
Also, like, again, this episode is brought to you by This Is Us because, like, you could be adopted. Hello?
That's right. That's right. One of the do you watch that show, Kyle?
Which show?
This Is Us.
Oh, well, yes, I've seen it.
Okay, that's the point. Yeah, because the black character. Oh, what's his name again? Help me.
Randall,
of course. Yeah, his dad is white. Like that's his dad. We all know it's not his biological. But yeah. Anyways, I'm kind of making a little bit of fun here, Joe. Yeah. It's still a funny sequence. Of course, we know there's no blood relation here, but
Rocky has his Converse shoes on.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, nice. I just noticed it.
That's a great line though. I've been white a long time. I love it. Not my whole life, just a long time.
A long time. The best lines are Rocky lines.
Oh, sorry, go back. Oh, say it again, Katie.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't know why the dialogue in this movie, outside of Rocky's lines, they seem a little off. But Rocky's lines are so on point.
Stallone wrote Rocky's lines. I know. And it's not anything against Coogler, but it's just who knows that's the beauty of Stallone with the Rocky character is that you could put Rocky in a Star Wars film and have Stallone write Rocky's lines in a Star Wars universe movie. He would act like Rocky would act in the Star Wars universe because Stallone just knows the character so well that it's almost a part of him. It'd be like, how would Ryan or how would Kyle act in this situation? I will write my own dialogue because I know me. I know what I would say.
It is a part of him.
Yeah.
Like, Rocky is just a part of Stallone's personality. Like, he created that character. The character was based on so many things in his life. Literally, no one could write Rocky lines better than Stallone can.
No.
Yeah, Ryan brought that up in a previous episode. I think the episode you missed, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, pal. Name that movie.
Oh, no, I can't.
I don't know.
Die Hard.
Welcome to the... Oh. You guys might kill me, but I don't think I've seen Die Hards. I've seen pieces of them, but never the whole thing.
Oh, they're fun. They're just fun movies.
Also, I've never seen Star Wars, so.
Even the original?
No.
Wow.
Ooh.
I know. It sounds.
Do you have
it's
Disney
like,
Plus? Do you have Disney Plus?
No. No, honestly, I don't think I would like them.
That's fair. No,
I
that's
don't-
fair. I was
What about
just
Star Trek?
No. That I don't care for sci-fi.
me quietly taking notes about my personal regrets hiring Katie as a co-host.
Yeah,
I know.
This has turned into a very awkward episode. Boy, cue the crickets.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, guy. Well, this is a Rocky podcast, not a Star Wars podcast.
We like to
you
dip
have
our
to trust
toes.
The person is a good person.
Yeah, we like to dip our toes into other pop culture. You know, we like to. Now we can't. I just did a whole spiff on Star Wars, and you're like, I don't get it. Why would Rocky be? Why would he be?
I
a
hate
weird
all the
character
new
in
Star Wars shit.
I
If
will
that
say
makes a
this.
difference.
Say again.
I hate all the new Star Wars stuff.
Okay, that's fair. I will say though, I know the references to it just because I get it. Like it's been around. Like I know. I have seen. What's the spoof one? I have seen that.
Spaceballs.
Yes. I've seen Spaceballs.
You know what makes Spaceballs so funny is when you know the material that is spoofing.
I know. Yeah, you're right. I know enough about it. You're right. I know enough about it. But the reason I'm saying that is because when people like look at me, like I'll say something like Rocky that is like, if you don't live under a rock, you should know what I'm talking about, even if you've never seen the movie. Like that was my point. I'm like, I've never seen Star Wars, but I understand the references because I am a human being that lives on planet Earth. Okay.
Yeah.
Like same thing when you say something about like a very famous Rocky thing and people are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I want to punch you in the face a little bit.
Yeah, I love it. Your passion for Rocky is admirable, and that's why you're on the show. So we appreciate that.
Yes.
No, it's just not very often you meet someone who's never seen Star Wars. But there are people like you. You're not alone. There are millions that haven't. Okay, so
there are other freaks out there.
There are other freaks out there. Yeah. Hey, Kyle, that might explain why she doesn't have a boyfriend. Okay, so let's move. Oh, I forgot the microphone's for everybody. Oh, embarrassing. I can't really whisper in Kyle's ear. Okay, so let's finish this scene right here.
Ryan, you're like a... Oh, never mind. I can't say that. Okay, I was going to be like, you're like an old Jewish grandmother.
Who pretends to whisper at the dinner table, but everyone can hear.
He's like, Ryan, do you not have a boyfriend yet?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I want grandkids.
Hey, Marsha, we love your daughter. She's wonderful. Okay.
Marsha.
But she's never heard that before.
Yeah, I know. I bet.
I'm gonna be living with my uncle for a while, training for the next fight.
That's your uncle? He's white.
Yeah, a long time. He's gonna be staying with me, and when we ain't training, you're welcome to come on over.
Cool, thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Why you giving me that look?
Well, when were you gonna tell me that your uncle's Rocky Balboa?
I'm gonna call you.
All right, I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna stop there for the scene talk, but just keep in mind we do have 4 minutes. We'll leave at least a minute to say goodbye. So go.
Okay, I just want to say, she would have never said the white thing. That's a bullshit line. Given how famous Rocky is, if Rocky was just someone else, maybe you would say right away, since when is your uncle Rocky Balboa?
That's a better delivery, yes.
Also now, do you think she's putting it together now, who Adonis's dad is?
You said that before. I don't think so. I don't think so, no. She's deaf and dumb. No. I don't know. The insult doesn't really make sense. It's just funny to say deaf and dumb. But anyways, no, I don't think she is. I like that theory, but I just don't think it ever is an issue for her. I think she just doesn't know Adonis.
Especially if you're not like interested in the boxing world at all, which there's no proof that she is.
Yeah, she just knows who Rocky is because it's Philadelphia's favorite son, so she knows who he is. And I think that's a good scene to stop. Let me just see what the next one is, because I think it's a new scene. Yeah, so that was a fun discussion. I think some fun scenes there. Yeah, how you guys enjoying Creed right now.
We haven't even gotten to a fight yet, have we? Yeah.
Other than the losing the car in the ring fight at the beginning, the Delphi fights.
I kind of missed this part because it was in your guys' episode that I wasn't there. But I like that there's a hearing impaired person on the show. Just as a personal thing, my dad has 2 hearing aids.
Okay.
So I grew up, and my dad isn't deaf, but his hearing is like pretty severely restricted. And so it's like, to me, hearing aids look normal because I always had a family member with hearing aids. But I know, like, to society, hearing aids could look weird. So it's like, I kind of like that, like, in a movie like this, like, hearing aids are kind of being normalized a little bit, and that there's a love interest that has hearing aids.
Well, actually, my dad just got hearing aids too, not just because he's, I think age related. It becomes harder to hear, but they don't. They're tiny, like you can't see them. And hers
when I was growing
huge.
up, like my dad, he was like, when my dad was my age, he had hearing aids. And they were like the big ones that like go around your ears and stuff like that. And like Bianca's are actually fairly noticeable, but you're right. Like the newer ones, you can barely see them at all.
Which I wonder if they purposely are using like an old model to point it out to us as viewers that she has hearing aids.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Or she didn't have the insurance coverage to get the good ones.
Yeah. I think it's a movie prop just to make it known that she has them because they focus on this shot here. Okay, guys. Well, everyone, thank you so much for listening. Make sure you come like us on Twitter, or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, join our Patreon, throw us a couple shekels for the shows. You'll see these live videos and all the uncensored shenanigans. Also, send us an email. Yeah, it's been great, guys. Who gave the last ding ding? We got 30 seconds. Who gave the last one?
I think I did. I think it's Kyle's turn.
Okay, Kyle, ready to take us out?
Ding, ding.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. As always, it's a pleasure. You guys are amazing. Truly fun. I'm going to try to get us together again next week if we can. Just before my life gets busy. October 3rd, really quick, I got 30 seconds. October 3rd, I got new students coming in. New recruits, so things will pick up a little bit between that and December 11th. Doesn't mean I won't be able to record, but it just means, longer work days, and it will be Monday to Friday type stuff. But anyways, so if we can get another recording in next week, that might be good.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Enjoyable as always.
You guys
Take
too.
care, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Adios.